because I watched the rally. I watched the Kamala Harris rally because, you know, I wanted to watch it with my kids. I wanted to watch it with my wife, just the same way when the Donald Trump joint come on, because at first we didn't watch any Donald Trump rallies in this house, not in the Hall house. We ain't watching no daggone Donald Trump rallies, especially with me voting blue, no matter who, my entire daggone life. Now, I tell people all the time, people have been reaching out to me on my website, on Instagram, on Facebook, everywhere, just to ask me, bro, are you a Republican? Are you conservative? What's going on? Because it seems to me like, you know what I mean? Like, because if you're a black person and you have a platform and you express any type of support for Donald J. Trump, you are considered a turncoat. You are considered extremely irresponsible, extremely ignorant, and lost. Okay? So what I saw last night is I saw a lot of panda. You know what I mean? I saw a lot of that. And this right here is a freaking, what you call it? Okay, I had to kill that joint right there. This right here is just someone trying to win a popularity contest. This is no one trying to show themselves as a leader. This is no one trying to show themselves as a president. This is someone trying to win a popularity contest. And that's how I look at it. And so I'm here to talk about it. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share this bad boy. My bad for the microphone not being where it is. We got a power outage last night, and my computer shut down, my Rodecaster shut down, and you know, I had to make sure I took care of some things. But let's go ahead and jump into it, man. So as y'all know, Kamala Harris gave a rally last night in ATL. And when she gave this rally, her team, they pretty much gave a free concert, letting people know, look, if you come, it's going to be artists here who are going to perform. We're going to have Quavo presenting. We're going to have Meg the Stallion doing her thing. We're going to have some other people that show up. But guess what, man? Black people are getting tired of that. Like, it's at a point right now where they want to hear some substance. They want to hear something that's going to help them make the decision of a lifetime in November. Who are they going to vote for? And who they vote for is going to be extremely important, and they need to pay attention to all of the tricks that are happening right now. As soon as it was time for Kamala Harris to come up there and give her speech, and she started speaking, people started leaving. They started taking their signs and getting up out of there. Now, the most loyal of them, the most loyal of the bunch, they stayed. Obviously, they came because they are against Donald J. Trump, and they want to see him lose. So, hold on 1 second. That daggone bug, man. All right, so we got some things to show y'all today, man. This was crazy. Meg the Stallion got up there. She started doing her thing, her body yada yada thing, and you know, presenting the way that she do. She's Meg the Stallion. She's just doing whatever she can do. But I want y'all to see this right here, because I came across a video of Malcolm X way back in the day, where he was talking about whenever a politician is trying to get the black vote, they do the exact same thing. They run the exact same play time and time again. And check this out right here. This just shows it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and then we're gonna play some we're gonna play the Meg the Stallion joint just to show y'all what was going on. Listen to this right here.
These leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community, and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
Now, the reason why Malcolm X said that is because back in the day, he held the same position, and a lot of people claim that he switched it up, but he actually did not. He used to say it all the time. First of all, Malcolm X didn't trust white people overall. That's one thing. But on top of that, the people he didn't trust the most was white liberals. The reason why is because the white liberals knew exactly what they needed to do in order to get black people on their side so that they can continue to use them and get whatever they wanted from everyone, maintain power, gain power, maintain power, and be able to hold the oppressed, the people that they oppress. The system that we claim is against us actually comes from the Democratic side more than it does from the conservative side. But Malcolm X tried to point that out time and time again. But unfortunately, we were unwilling to fight for ourselves. And we just wanted to lean on Jesus, lean on Martin Luther King Jr., lean on other things we wanted to lean on other leaders. That's what we wanted to lean on. We wanted to lean on preachers. We didn't want to lean on God like we claimed we did, because we actually got all the resources, all the power, all the wherewithal, all of the knowledge in order to do great things in this country. But unfortunately, people listened to Malcolm X until he got too serious, until he got too real for them. When he got too real, that's when they didn't want to listen to him. But exactly what he said is exactly what's happening, because we got this right here going on with Meg. Now, I ain't gonna play her music, but I'm just gonna show y'all, man, because she was turning up. And of course, whenever you got black people around, we want to listen to black music. We want to listen to something that make us dance, make us move, make us do all of that. But let me ask you this: is this fitting for a presidential election? Is this fitting for a presidential rally? Now, a lot of you may say no, a lot of you may say yes. And obviously that's going to be more subjective than anything. But at the end of the day, why is it this is what you got to put in front of black people in order to keep our attention, in order to keep our votes? As you can clearly see, look at the people that's standing behind Meg. Look at this lady right here. This lady ain't giving a damn about that music. She's not moved by it. This dude, and obviously is not about appeasing the white people when it comes to the right, to the left, because it's all about making sure that you stand outside the box and you only get representation for the black people. And listen, if that's your plight, that's your plight. But unfortunately, we're selling fear, we're selling debauchery, we're selling everything that's not going to make this country better. We're putting somebody in front of the people whose claim to fame is her WAP, whose claim to fame is her body, yada, yada. But unfortunately, when you see this, you don't realize that the person that's in front of us is a college degree, very, very high achieving young lady, very high achieving college degree having woman who just decided to rap. But when she raps, she rap about debauchery that doesn't really move black culture forward at all. If anything, it moves them backwards, because we're always thinking that our bodies will be the thing that gets us across the finish line. Our bodies will be the thing that make us better people. She was saying while dancing and shaking her hips and all that other stuff, for all the people who love their bodies and can make decisions for them for their own selves, then you need to acknowledge that this is not debaucherous, this is beautiful, this is freedom, this is all that other stuff. No, it really is not. It really is not. That's why a lot of people started leaving, because of this right here. When they came, they got their show, and then after their show, they started rolling out. The people that was lined up down the street to come in there, they came in there to see Kamala. They came in there to see Meg, and they stayed for Kamala. They got their signs and everything, and they checked her out. And I will say this, when I watched it, I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. She seemed like she was starting a movement. She looked beautiful. I don't know why people say that she's ugly. I don't think Kamala is ugly. She's 60 years old, and she looked like a beautiful 60-year-old. But at the end of the day, we do need to acknowledge the fact that while she stood up on that podium, one thing she did was make promise after promise after promise. And she was promising things that this current administration also promised in order to get the votes, but they didn't maintain any of that. They didn't adhere to any of those promises. But they're still going to use these things to dangle a carrot in front of the black community so that they can get their votes. They're still going to try to pit black versus white, which is not even about that. It's about well, it's about freedoms and liberties, but one want to hold up the true word of God and one does not. One wants to say that the word of God has changed because we have changed. We have become progressive. So everything that we grew up thinking and everything we grew up acknowledging to be true, it's no longer true to us because we are changing. And since we are changing, God's law and God's word also need to change. No, God's word don't change. We are the ones that change. And we change so much so that we make it almost a mandate that other people change with us. I don't care about progression. I actually love the fact that we're expressing ourselves more, that we feel more freedom to get out there and just acknowledge that we are different and that other people are acknowledging our differences and supporting us no matter what we look like, sound like, no matter our level of education, any of that. But at the end of the day, in our skin color, which is absolutely dope, we've come a long way. This country is not by far not perfect. By far not perfect, but we keep on using the same play in order to get the black vote. And then when you get the black vote, what are you doing with that? What exactly are you doing? How are you fixing black culture, the community? Now, I know we're talking about black, but that's the only thing it seems like the Democrats target. They only care about, about targeting the black vote. And because they target the black vote, black people take that as they care about us. I'm here to tell y'all that that's not how that works. LBJ said it a long time ago. We are going to make sure that these N-words vote Democrat for the rest of their lives. The more the federal government give to you, the more beholden to the federal government you are. And a lot of people don't acknowledge that. And a lot of people don't consider that. And you claim that you don't want more government in your life, but you're constantly voting for more government in your life. You're constantly selling your vote, well, if you look at how our children have been dying in these streets, we're selling our children down the river so that we can get more access to this and get to the front of the line to that. And it's not the most responsible thing to do. And it's not what God will have us do, because we're also believing that we cannot do it without the government. We cannot do it without the white man. And that's where we are. Whenever I'm having a conversation with somebody, and I just now had two instances, just yesterday, two people that I love told me that since I am in support of conservatism, since I am in support of Trump, that I am no longer on their side. Like now, at least I know where we are. Saying that, if this goes down and if it becomes a civil type of situation, you are on the side of the ops. You are no longer on our side because you don't care about black people. You don't care about our culture. You don't care about where we're going as a country because you just ignore other things that are important to our advancement and to our fight, which is far from the truth. Let me show y'all something, man, because every time I have this conversation with people, I say the same exact thing. It's about which party is moving us closer to God, which party is moving us further away from God. We can talk about all the progression that we want to talk about, but it's simply that. People always want to talk about, but Trump did this. He cheated on his wife. Trump said something about grabbing people by the vagina a long time ago. Trump denied black people in his hotels. Trump got people fired. Trump went on the airwaves talking about the Carter Five. Those 5 boys, they need to face the death penalty after he heard from a lot of people at the time saying that from the information that they had, these young men should face the death penalty. And he was saying exactly what he was hearing and reading in the news and newspapers and all these other all the other information that was out there that was public. But guess what? They are not acknowledging Joe Biden or any of the things that he has fought for, which was the crime bill, which got a whole bunch of people in trouble. But let's not even talk about the crime bill, because apparently that was Bill Clinton's crime bill that Joe Biden fought hard for, so much so that when you think about the crime bill, you automatically give that to Joe Biden. Much love to you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. It's not your fault. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate it. But I'm going to show you guys something, and I just want y'all just to let me know what you think, because that's what this is all about, man. I'm 46 years old. I've been registered Republican since Obama's second term. I voted blue ever since. I've been voting blue, but I registered Republican because I was upset. Why was I upset? I was upset because Obama said that he was not going to do anything specifically for Black people. All right. And I was in the mindset, what do you mean? You need to do something. You the first Black president. And we're not going to debate whether or not he's Black and him being from another country and all that other stuff. His father was African, his mother white. You mix that together, you're Black. Okay. Listen, I get it. He's from Hawaii, or he's from this place, or he's from that place. Your father's African, your mama's white, you're Black because you're melanated, and people look at you before they find out where you're from. And if people can look at you before they find out where you're from, and they can just make an assessment of who they think you are, then they're just gonna call you Black. That's why Kamala is considered to be Black, because she's melanated, because her hair is not as she's melanated. Let's just put it like that. She's Indian, so she's Asian, she's Indian, and she's Jamaican. Those are her nationalities, but she's also an American because she was born and raised here, right? Right? But at the end of the day, her melanated skin is what makes her Black. So people want to stay on the same BS all the daggone time as if that should be the debate. That's not the debate. That is the distraction from the actual debate. The debate should be, what has she done while she was in office with Biden? Why was she lying about how prepared and how mentally put together Biden was? I get it. People saying Jamaican ain't Black. Listen, to me, in any culture, in any neighborhood, go to New York and you say Jamaican ain't Black. A lot of people in New York are from Jamaica. A lot of people from in New York are from Jamaica, and if you see them, they'll be like, okay, they're Black. Before you even talk to them, but if as soon as you hear them talk and you hear them say "Yeah, man," you'll be like, oh, you're not Black, you're Jamaican. It don't work that way. So let's get away from that, man. That right there is the idiot. That's an idiotic debate. Get away from that. Black, Black, Black. It does not matter. What matters is the actions. Was she putting in work? Was she doing things that actually positively impacted Black America? All right. They used her as a Black, and they are using her as a Black. So, hey, let them have it. But move on to what's up, the substance part of the conversation. So let me go ahead and share this right here, because Trump actually tweeted about this. I'm sure y'all saw it inside my thumbnail, where Trump put out there just last night. Trump is a daggone what you call it? Trump is a troll, bro. He said, crazy Kamala Harris voted, and I wish I can do my Trump voice, but I don't know how to do a Trump voice. Crazy Kamala Harris voted the worst vice president in American history, needed a concert to bring people into the Atlanta arena. And she, you know what I mean? She used what she could use. She know that, yeah, I'm gonna get the Black people in the building if I give a free concert. That's old school politics right there. So she used the concert to bring people into the Atlanta arena, and they started leaving 5 minutes into her speech. So she's actually standing up there doing her thing after she walked out there, and people are clapping, they're applauding, they're excited for her. She's the potential first black woman president. And listen, people really love the whole first Black, second Black, third Black, all that other stuff. Let's call it that. So she's 5 minutes into her speech, and people start leaving. People start leaving, bruh. All right. I don't need concerts or entertainers. I just have to make America great again. And guess what? He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. Now, I will say this, though, to Trump. I will say this to Trump and to any politician. Stop believing that these celebrities will do the work for you. Do the damn work yourself. People, real people who are paying attention will assimilate to the side that makes the most sense. All right. But what's about to happen is, and what's already happening is, when I say that Kamala used Quavo from the Migos and Meg the Stallion to bring people to the party, people are saying the same thing about Hulk Hogan and Amber Rose, which is a huge lie. It's not like he said, hey guys, come to my rally. I'm going to have Amber Rose here. It'd be like, oh, I wasn't going to come at first, but since you got Amber Rose, I'm coming. No, I wasn't like that. So that's the difference. People weren't like, oh man, I wasn't going to come to your rally. But when I found out that Hulk Hogan was going to be there, oh, I made sure I got all my kids together. I made sure I called my brothers and my sisters, made sure that we packed lunches and we caught a bus there together. Nah, it wasn't like that. So that's the difference. Anybody that's a Democrat, anybody that's on the left or you're leaning left, and you're thinking that Trump is doing the same thing with big heavy hitters and trying to put them on the marquee so that he can draw a crowd, it's not the case, because Trump draws his own crowd. Trump draws huge freaking crowds. So when he posted this, I thought it was absolutely hilarious. But since I said Trump draws huge crowds, I want to show you this right here, because this is absolutely crazy. And also, I have someone who wants to say a little something about Kamala Harris, and I'm just going to be quiet for a moment, and I'm going to let him speak. And his name is Judge Joe Brown. This brother, he always comes with the truth. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments, and I'm going to just go and shut my mouth and let him rap.
And then she was everybody's favorite Hindu Indian prosecutor and attorney general and senator, and now she becomes black. But, you know, I met her daddy, fine gentleman, Professor Harris. And the problem with her being black is Professor Harris says he's Caucasian, mixed Irish and Hindu. He doesn't have any black ancestors, but his Irish ancestors owned a lot of slaves in Jamaica and had them to work on plantation. So if mama is on the birth certificate listed as a Caucasian, daddy says he's a Caucasian Hindu and has no black ancestors, how did she get to be black? And then
she got to be black because nowadays, if you say that you're black, you're black. Kamala is the new Rachel Dolezal. If you don't know who that is, let me go ahead and do my Googles right quick, because I might be wrong. Let me do my Googles right quick. Kamala is no different than Rachel Dolezal. It's just her father is Jamaican. He's darker, so she can actually pass. So let me see, Rachel Dolezal. Here it is, right here. And I don't know if y'all remember this lady, but this lady was she was pretty much claiming black her entire life, and she got canceled because, and here she is right here. Here she is right here. Listen, I'm not messing with y'all, man. Rachel Dolezal was a teacher. She was doing OnlyFans. She was a public speaker. She was out there, bro. She was being introduced. I mean, she was being interviewed on Today, on big news channels, on NBC and everything. She walked around with her curly hair, and everybody went in on her like, you not black, you white, you got a white mama, and you white, and you just got a tan, and you got that curly hair because you went and got a perm and all that other stuff. Let me tell you something. I haven't seen anybody compare Kamala Harris to Rachel Dolezal yet, but it just is what it is. It just is what it is. Now, regardless if she got hot sauce in her bag, swag, or whatever you want to call it, shout out to Beyonce for, saying that. But let me see here. Let me see. Hold on. I'm not done with y'all yet. I am not done with y'all yet. God dang it. I'm not done. Because we talk about the wrong daggone things, man. We talk about the wrong things. But somebody said, I showed this video of Malcolm X saying, Black people, what we like to do when we want to get people out to the votes, out to vote, we show comedians, we show actors, we show artists, and all that other stuff. Well, the other side is claiming that we're doing the same thing by putting Trump out there, because Trump was also, on the acting side. Trump was also considered a comedian by his celebrity, because Trump was the businessman that everybody wanted to work with, everybody wanted to do business for, and this
join me at Donald Trump's House of Wings. Trump, you know our wings will make you happy. Trumpy, you know our wings will fill you up.
Now, obviously, they showed this, and I'm not going to show too much of this because this is, I think, it's Saturday Night Live, and Saturday Night Live don't like us sharing anything that does not make them look good. But Donald Trump this right here goes against their argument, because they're saying we picked somebody like Donald Trump, who is also a celebrity. But here's the thing: Donald Trump was a celebrity who was beloved by Black people. Donald Trump was a celebrity who was beloved by Hollywood. He was beloved by a lot of these people who claim that they don't like him, claim he's such a bad person simply because he decided to go on the conservative side. That's not very unique for people to say, oh, you conservative? Oh, I ain't fooling with you no more. I mean, as a show of hands, how many of you have family members? Put your thumbs up right now if you have family members, co-workers, or friends, or anybody who's acting real funny with you right now because you are in support of Trump and a conservative agenda. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you're not. If you never experienced it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if it's not you, it's everybody else that probably experienced that, but not you, please let me know in the chat. Because as far as I know, everybody who decides to break free of that plantation that we've always been on, everybody's facing so much vitriol from people who don't know what the hell they talking about, bro. At all. Check this out, man. And this video got a little bit of cursing in it. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this video got a little bit of cursing in it, but we are all adults. Just don't tell YouTube that we are playing this. Look at all them thumbs up, man. Look at all them thumbs up. It's sad, bro. It is sad. This right here is sad, man. It's far too many thumbs up, man. For real. It shouldn't be like that. The fact that you decide that you want to support another side, and your whole entire family turning on you because of it. Man, BS. If your family turn on you, you say, okay, go ahead and turn. Peace. I'm not kissing nobody's ass for you to be my friend. I'm not kissing nobody's ass for you. I don't want you to, if you don't want to be my friend or be my, be associated with me or any of that, simply because I have different ways of looking at things and I'm going to vote differently for once in my lifetime, because I started to look at things a little differently, then hey, kick rocks in your socks, bro. I don't give a damn. Like, listen, I'm trying to tell you, man, that's how I feel about it. And the fact that it happened to all of y'all, it happens to me. It just now happened yesterday with two people I love more than anything. I'm talking about in my top 10. Two people in my top 10 of all time that I would do anything for. That's crazy, bro. Check this out right here, man. I really want y'all to hear this. Let me see to make sure the sound and everything. My bad again, guys, for the sound not being on at the beginning of my video. But listen to this. I'm not even going to interrupt this.
Watching Megan Thee Stallion perform at Kamala Harris's campaign meeting today was as cringe as seeing Juvenile do Vax that thing up. It was as cringe as watching Mary J. Blige sing about crispy chickens on the Burger King commercial. It was cringe. And I don't give a damn how y'all feel about it. That shit was embarrassing as hell. I'm not mad at Megan because Megan was just getting a check. But when did popping your pussy become something for women's rights?
I don't think y'all heard that. When did popping your vagina become something for women's rights? Ladies, listen, and I'm not trying to take anything away from you. Listen, I still listen to ratchet music too. I listen to ratchet music too. There's a time and a place for it. There's a time and a place for it. Have you ever been in church? Have you ever been in church and some Teddy Pendergrass came on talking about turn off the lights and light a candle? Have you ever done that? No, because there's a time and place for every daggone thing. We are in church to serve the Lord, to give God praise, glory, and honor for waking us up this morning, starting us on our way, giving us strength to make it to another daggone day. We are here to all celebrate the glory and wonder, the grace and mercy of God. We are not going to turn on no Teddy Pendergrass. It ain't time to make no love. So if we're here, you know what? Let me be quiet. I said I wasn't going to interrupt. I'm be a man of my word. I'll be a man of my word.
Pussy politics. Coochie crumbs for Kamala. Hoes for Harris.
She said pussy politics. Coochie crumbs. Hoes for Harris. What she say about coochie crumbs? Something about coochie crumbs. Hold on one second. She said something about coochie crumbs.
It's so fucking. Yo, I'm laughing to keep from crying because this is some embarrassing shit, y'all. Why are y'all voting for this shit, man? Why are y'all standing for this? Come on now, sisters. What are y'all doing? And you know what's crazy? It's like when I go in people's lives and we ask people why they're supporting her, they never have a fucking answer. It's always identity politics, which is by far the worst form of politics.
Shout out to Pretty Realist. We really appreciate that, man. Shout out to Pretty Realist for giving us that bit of content. We appreciate it. I got another one from my Instagram channel, from my Instagram page. Let me go to my Instagram. Hold on one second. I gotta go to my Instagram so y'all can see this right here. Y'all gotta see this, man. I'm not playing today. I told y'all I wasn't gonna be playing today. Y'all thought I was playing. I'm not BSing with y'all, man, at all. I find it pretty interesting that that hold on one second. Let me show y'all this. Where is this video? Is it still up here? Is it still up here? Where is it? Hold on one second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I just now posted it and I don't see it for some strange reason. It's not showing up. Is it this one?
United States of America, Vice President Kamala Harris. Just a second, just a second.
You know what? Maybe she is black.
Black people late for every damn thing. Now, the only reason why I posted that because I've seen this. This came across my Instagram page last night, but for some strange reason, one of my posts I did yesterday is not showing up. Is a young lady who was speaking about how it's kind of funny that every time black people always get mad at other black people when they find out that they are conservative or they are Trump supporters. But when we find out that oh, man, I gotta find this drink. Where in the heck is this? Because it shows up on my phone. It's just not showing up on my computer. I'm gonna find it. I know this is not the most professional way of doing things, but I just don't know why this is not showing up. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. We about to see this, bro. We are about to see this. Hold on 1 second. Oh yeah. You think I'm playing? I ain't playing, bro. We got to see this. I pray everyone are in good health right now. Hopefully you're enjoying the live stream. Hopefully I'm not pissing anybody off. And I also want to say if there's anybody out there who want to get on stage and talk to me and give me, I'm talking about somebody who's a Kamala supporter, 1000% Kamala supporter. If you are a Kamala supporter and you want to get on here and you want to set me straight, let me know and I would drop the link so that you can do exactly that. All right? Let me know. And I would drop the link. All right? Let me know. Put your hand up. Let me know, and I would drop the link. I don't know a whole bunch about politics. I'm just now learning right now. That's why if I knew a whole lot about politics, I wouldn't have been voting blue for the last since I've been able to vote. I wouldn't have been voting blue since I've been able to vote. If I was a good if I was all into politics like that. So again, feel free to put your hands up if you want to get up here and rap to me about this whole situation. I'm putting the link inside of here right now. Here we go. And don't get up here fussing at me either, because I fuss back. I'm not no punk. All right. Get on stage. Here we go. Boom. There's a link to get on stage right there. Let me pin that. I pinned the link to get on stage for anybody that want to rap. Feel free. Why is this not showing up on my computer? This is crazy. There's a link I keep on sending myself that won't show up on my computer. For some strange reason, it will not show up, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. The Lord don't want me to show that, so I'm not going to fight for it. Amelia Islanol, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, NC, but in a big city, pretty blue. North Carolina, but in this, but in a big city, pretty blue, equal pretty blue. I own a business and have to deal with clients shoving political ideals down my throat. Sucks, but gotta grin and bear it. Would legit lose clients if I ever uttered Trump positively. I mean, positively. Yes, you would. And I get it 1000%. And I think that's complete BS. I think that's complete BS, but you're doing what you got to do. I mean, you're not going to throw your business down the dumps because you want to be more expressive of your political stance. I completely get that, but it's unfortunate that that's where we are right now. In this current, hold on 1 second, in this political environment. Mafia Productions, thank you so much for the super chat, says, I'm putting a video together that will break down the numbers of Trump supporters versus Kamala supporters on YouTube. It's crazy. Trump will win by a landslide. I'll send you a link when I upload it. Let me tell y'all something. It's not going to be that simple. Don't think that he's just going to wash her off the map. It's not happening like that. There's a movement of people who are looking at this as, if we don't do this, we're going to be on the wrong side of history, to the point where you got people like Joy Reid who's saying stuff like that. She actually said something like that. She said, hold on, Joy Reid Kamala. Now, she actually said something about that, man. She said that if you don't vote for Kamala, you're gonna be looking crazy out there. She said you're gonna be looking crazy. And again, guys, I shared my I pinned my link for anybody who claimed to be a Kamala supporter, claimed to be on the left. And if you want to pull up, trust me, this won't be a hostile environment. I'm gonna let you
The African American community.
on you at all. I'm not gonna get on you at all. I'm just gonna show you this right here. And if you want to get up here, that would be dope. If not, that's dope too. Check this out.
Boy, Joe Reed's so stupid.
The door needs to close behind Amber, and she look crazy over there.
So now you don't vote for Kamala, then you ain't black. This is what they saying now. Shut up.
I just gotta say it. Shut the door behind her. You really are gonna look crazy being on that side, given the cultural phenomenon.
Really?
Now, what she's saying is, I told my son this. She is speaking not from herself. She's speaking for the people that support her, the people she talked to often. That's who she's talking to. She's speaking for those individuals.
Of Vice President Kamala Debbie Harris. She's about to make history. She's about to become the first woman president. She brings together the African American community.
I never.
No, she really does. I mean, she's doing what Democrats do. She's not really bringing together the community. I mean, damn, bringing together the community. The community comes together fine. We come together good. We know how to get together and have a good damn time. That's the community is fine. The community knows how to come together. She don't need, ain't nobody need to come together. What she mean by this is because she's a melanated person, she's bringing all melanated people to vote for where the rest of the melanated people are. Hey, everybody, 80%, 87% of us are over here. Y'all need to come over here. Look at who we're putting at the top. Come on over here. Why would we put her at the top if she don't represent you or she don't care about you? It's because people don't understand politics. And I went my whole life not understanding it. And I've been doing like some real intense looking into it for the last few years. And that's what made me start leaning conservative. It really is, man.
I never thought that I would invoke a particular group of people to get active. Men, it's time for us to rebel against these women. Not the smart ones that are watching this video, but these other ones. They want to make it about men versus women. Men, then I'm telling you, don't let these crazy, lunatic, emotional, deranged leftist women run this country.
Yeah, I don't think we should let anybody let just women run the country, let just blacks run the country, let just whites run the country or anything like that. So I'm not against women, but I will say this. We need to all come together and stop being against each other, period. I'm talking about men against women, black against white, rich against poor, conservative against Democrats. We need to cut out all that bullshit, man. Sorry for not saying sugar honey iced tea, but this is real. We need to cut out all that bullshit. For real. Y'all are pissing me off, man. I'm talking about people on the left and right because we don't know how to act. And also Trump, whenever Trump is in front of a microphone, he need to know what the damn say. Because sometimes he says things that lean toward a complete takeover. Like when he says, the Christians, vote for me one time and you won't have to vote again. Now, I'm certain that if we were to look at that in full context, it will make more sense to us. But unfortunately, we live in a time of sound bites. That sound bite is being passed around like wildfire to everybody to go against Trump. If he continued to say stuff like that, why wouldn't we think that he don't want to be a dictator? Like if you're only hearing the soundbite, because you need to understand that people on the opposite end, they're not looking at all the positive stuff. That's like you. Are you looking at all the positive stuff that's being presented about Kamala Harris? That's probably not even in your algorithm. It's not. Because you look at her for what she is and what she represents, period. So you're not even giving it any time of the day for anything positive. Me, I like to look at I look at Newsmax, I look at Fox, I look at CNN, I look at MSNBC to compare everything. Why? Because it would be disingenuous of me to completely just stop looking at what I was looking at before all my entire life. This is how I was able to say, wait a minute, bruh. Okay, now I gotta go start finding some more equal news, ground news or Guardian news or something like that, because we've been played for such a long time that I had to do a deep dive. If you got a platform and you're a content creator and you decide to do a deep dive, you need to at least try to be fair to all parties who are involved or whoever could be impacted, okay, or affected. All right. So here's the thing. And I put the link out there. I guess nobody want to pull up. That's cool. They like, man, Van about to destroy me in front of all these people. We got 1,600 people inside of the live stream. I'm not going to destroy you. I'm not even that knowledgeable to destroy anyone when it comes to politics. All I do is discuss common sense. Common sense. Because when Kamala Harris was speaking, she said she wants to ban guns. She's talking about gun violence, but she wants to ban guns. When gun violence is being committed by people who don't get their guns legally. The majority of gun violence, and I know violence is violence, but the majority of gun violence that's being committed is being committed by people who are getting their guns dirty. So you want citizens and taxpayers, people who work for their stuff, to not be able to get guns to protect their families, but you're cool with criminals having all the guns. So criminals will have all the guns, police will have guns, the military will have guns, but the people who are doing things right, we're supposed to depend on these other people to take care of us. How's that been working out for us? Please make that make sense. You want to ban assault rifles when the majority of killings happen with pistols. The majority of killings, come on now, and this ain't no black and white issue. This is a poor and middle class type of issue. These are the poor people killing each other. These are the poor white people killing each other, the poor Hispanics killing each other, the poor black people killing each other with these guns. And we want to make sure that we ban them so that we don't get our hands on them. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense to me. We got another super chat up here. Hold up. We got somebody that just now pulled up. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Let me see here. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Peace. I am an independent right now. I just wanted to come up real quick. I know you wanted people to come up that was defending Harris. I can't defend anyone right now, but I want to point out the fact that you made like really good points that no one about her being compared to this. What was her name? The one lady, Rachel. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do we forget that? How do we forget that?
How do we forget that?
Yes. And so, and do you hear the narrative where people are saying that the Democrats are trying to like be like the Men in Black with like the pen and like trying to erase our memory of things that's going on and creating a new narrative.
All the time.
Yes.
Hey, look, they just like this. They be like, oh no, I know that happened just in front of you, but hey, looking at right there. Just look at this right here.
Just look into the light.
Look into the light right quick, so you can forget every single thing we've ever done. No, I wouldn't. Here's the thing, and your name is JC.
Yes.
All right, JC.
Nice
here's my
you.
thing. Here's nice meeting you as well. Here's my thing. My thing is this. I've been married for 26 years, raised 4 beautiful, amazing young adult children now. And I would never, I only encourage people on my platform the same way I encourage my children. I would never encourage my children to lean towards the Democratic Party, knowing what they represent or knowing what they've done. Now, I voted blue my entire life. I was pissed off at Barack Obama for not doing what I thought he was going to do when I voted him in office, because I was like, it's time for black people to get stuff.
And
Go
that's
do
kind
stuff
of
for black
when you
people.
woke up. And that's when you woke up, right?
Exactly. But it still didn't stop me from voting blue, though, because I thought that that's
I
the
know,
way you're
because
supposed to vote.
it was a cultural thing, and we felt is we were obligated to upstand this. I don't know, when they were never really doing anything for us, and we were just backing it because of church, because we were in the church age, and we were, you know what I mean, the church backed that, the black
Absolutely.
church backed that, and whatever the black church backs, you feel me? Like that's what we're gonna do.
But here's the thing, JC, and I want to say this. I'm so glad you brought up the black church. The black church teaches that God is king. The black church teaches that God's law is law. The black church teaches that God's word and his will never change. It will always be that. The Bible is our basic instructions before leaving earth. None of us are perfect, but we're supposed to be striving to be more like Christ, right? That's what it's supposed to be. But with progression, we are like, okay. People are changing too much. We need to change God's law. No, we do not. I'm sorry, we do not.
Government is God's law, and people don't understand that. Government is God's law. He put that in place for a reason. They have it's written. It has to be. Unfortunately, this is just what has to be. How do you feel about government and God's law?
I feel like the government was
taken out of the commandments, nothing like that, but still,
I think that the government, I think that the United States, being that it's actually registered as a corporation, is actually registered as a company. I look at the United States and other countries as companies. The United States is still the most thriving and most successful and superpower company out of all other superpowers around this world. But we were set up like the church is set up. You have people who are on the payroll. You have people who are serving for free. You have people, you have all these different things that are set up like the church. Now, I don't look at it as a bad thing that the country was set up like a church. Why? Because when you look at other countries, they are set up like their religious beliefs as well. But the only difference is we're not going to go into no Hindu nation and tell them how to serve God. But they can come into this country and tell us how to serve God. They can come into this country, go to our schools with our children who are Christian, who are Islam, who are whatever they support, and tell us it offends them when they see any type of doctrine from the Bible that we believe in or from whatever books we believe in. And when I see that, I'm like, yo, you're not about to go to no Muslim nation and tell them how to serve. You won't do that. If you did, you would die or be arrested. You're not going to, but here we are anything for the votes. Like we would change everything. Oh, you don't like this? Or we'll change it as long as you vote for us and we get more power and we get more money.
So that was the thing. Okay. So Obama put in laws for LGBTQ, the whole thing, right? Put in laws for immigrants. They living in luxury apartments right now, bro. And we can't even find a place to stay. All right.
Facts.
All these things. And we have snippets of her saying, I will not do anything just for Black people. Like Umar Johnson said, you putting in laws is just for this group. You're putting in laws that's just for this group. You're putting in laws that's just for this group. And you're going to tell me you can't do something just for Black people? What? Did he not say that? He said that very clear as day. That was very simple and well spoken. I'm sorry.
He said it very clear as day. But here's the thing: the I would have no issue with her saying that. Her saying that she would do something for Black people specifically. But the thing is, she wants to wink, wink, and nod, and still do things just for Black people. She want to cackle and lie, but you ain't gotta lie. Like you're already in position. You don't have to lie. Just say it. I am going to do things specifically for Black America. Why? Because we're clearly already doing things specifically for Black Americans.
You think she's scared? Like she feels like she's got to be safe right now with what she's saying because of. You think that?
Obviously, yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
1000%.
yeah, well,
Playing the
yeah,
game.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she's playing the game. I'm just like this.
Hmm.
I'm tired of being gamed. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Like, we're all
Yeah,
adults.
yeah.
We
And
don't
the
got two
crazy thing is,
decisions.
they're not even good at it because we's too smart. Like we're like way, you know what I mean? Us as people right now, too much stuff, too much information going around. Is like, just be real with us at this point. You
Absolutely.
know what I
Just
mean? At this point, and
it's
then
like
it's
any
like,
relationship, JC. It's like any
yeah,
relationship. If you have somebody that's you're
I've been
dealing
going
with and
along
they
with it.
exactly like, come on, just tell me what it is. Just like for real. Nobody want their time be wasted.
Yeah. But one thing I wanted to say,
Go ahead.
about when you were talking about government and church, you understand that we are part of the British Empire. Like we are, like that's the District of Columbia next to Washington. Like we are in debt to them forever. That's why they feel, and they consider themselves part of the royal bloodline, part of the bloodline of Jesus Christ. This is why I'm trying to tell you that our government, and this is why our money says, "In God we trust," the whole nine. It is built on God, on his, they might have perverted it and whatever's going on, and they going to see their wrath one day with whatever corruption they're doing, because technically they're both working together. Both sides is working together. This is something to keep us entertained. I don't know what you think might really go down. She hasn't even picked the vice president yet.
Well, she's going to do things the way that she want to do things, and nobody's going to hold her to account. And guess what? Is not going to change the way that we do our two-party government system here. JC, thank you so much for pulling up.
Yes,
I
thank
got to
you,
show some
thank
more
you.
videos. I
I'm a
appreciate
good,
you
yep,
though. All
and I'll
right.
go back in the chat. Thank you for letting me come up.
All right.
It's
Much
been a
love to you.
pleasure.
Likewise. All right. Shout out to JC for pulling up. She had, I think that was a she. My bad. Chris tried to pull up, but his audio is not working, so I got to kick you. Let me see. Land of Plenty. Land of Plenty, you here? Land of Plenty. Okay, Land of Plenty is not here. All right, so thank you so much for the super chat. Joy Reid is more unhinged every day. Cringe, smile, crazy eyes. But just want to and just wait until Trump wins. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all think it's gonna be a cakewalk, you're gonna be crying in November. Just letting you know that. Just letting you know that. I watched the rally last night. I watched the rally last night. Did she sound like she tried to sound like a lady Obama 2.0? She was saying the same things. Trust me, I know people like Trump. All those things came from Obama, but she's doing what she's got to do to win. A lot of people believe that if she wins, this country will be so much better because it's a black woman. You know, whenever a black woman come and save the day, it's like it's like, okay, mom home. She about to cook something. We ain't gotta eat the same. Like this, mom will make sure everything's taken care of. Mom is home. Nah, but she's trying to paint herself to be that, and she is not that at all. She is not that at all. She knows how to play the game. And Judge Joe Brown been putting out information about her for a long time. But I'm about to show y'all this one video that I just came across that I was about to show before JC pulled up. And again, JC, thank you so much for pulling up. I really appreciate it. Anybody else got something to say? Especially if your thoughts are completely against mine, I would much rather you pull up then, because I don't want there to be too much of an echo chamber here. Here we go.
Okay, I just gotta say it. Given the just stratospheric entrance of Vice President Kamala Harris into the presidential campaign, and she has now secured enough delegates to become the nominee, you're going to look real crazy being on the other side of that line, particularly as a person of color, but really as anyone who claims to have any connection to the culture. You're going to look real weird and real lonely on that side. The door needs to close behind Amber. And she looked crazy over there. But shut the door behind her. You really are going to look crazy being on that side. given the cultural phenomenon of Vice President Kamala Devi Harris. She's about to make history. And now it's not two old men, it's one old man. If you had an issue with the age issue, there's only one old man now that's on that side. And he's real old and his brain don't work good. You're gonna look real crazy hanging out over there with his like fake rap videos and Kid Rock. I almost feel sad for you if that's where you are. Because the culture going the other way.
She said the culture is going the other way. You're moving in the wrong direction of the culture. You're going to be sad and lonely by yourself. Ooh, we canceling you, baby. Whenever you say something, ain't nobody listening to you no more. Whenever you cut on your camera and you try to present the black culture, not riding with you no more. You need help by yourself. What's her name? Bevelyn Betty Williams. Bevelyn Beatty Williams. I forgot how you say her last name. She was just now given 3.5 years for protesting, for being outside an abortion clinic, not trying to let anybody get in. She was protesting so nobody could go in and unalive their children. And for doing that, she got 3.5 years. You want to talk about a woman's rights? That's a woman. Does she have a right to protest an abortion clinic? I believe so. Did she hurt anybody? No, she did not. But this is what it's come down to. And all over social media, all over Black Twitter, people celebrating. That's what she gets. She picked the wrong side. That's what she get. She deserved to be in jail. I'm happy about it. What happened when Trump, his failed assassination? People are saying, well, I wish they didn't miss, but I'm glad they got him a little bit. Hopefully you understand that he's not too big to be touched. People are excited about these type of things, man. So Joy Reid is not speaking only for herself. That's the part that I want y'all to understand. Joy Reid is not a solo act. Joy Reid is speaking for a community of individuals who believe this. You hear me? She's not speaking for herself. That part right there is the part that pisses me off, because it's like, it's not group think, it's group ignorance. It's group debauchery. It's a group of individuals who decided that God's law is no longer mine. I have a couple of people that pulled up. Hopefully that they pulled up with, if you're pulled up, are you against what I'm saying? With a thumbs up, you're against what I'm saying, or are you with what I'm saying? You can just put your thumbs up so you're not with what I'm saying. Okay. All right. So I got two gentlemen pulling up right now, and they're going to say what they got to say. Let's go. Chris and Matthew, feel free to say what's on your chest.
Hi, man.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chris. I've been actually watching all this stuff basically since the recession, our recession. Just how I used to be a Democrat, long time Democrat. I came from Illinois, so that basically tells you pretty much right where I was at. Either way, after the recession, I lost a really good job, and I wanted to figure out what was going on. And I started diving deeper and deeper. Even though that I found out a lot of different things, I still wound up voting for Obama twice. I did not like the candidates that were going on at that time. I didn't care for John McCain. It was basically another Bush. We already fought through all that. And then they decided to throw in Mitt Romney. And then I found out exactly how he come across all his money and taking everybody out. So further and further we go. Trump comes along, and he's basically been speaking our language as far as our country's language, as understanding, you know, people that have actually looked up and understood exactly what was going on and why things
Right.
are so corrupt as they are. But what makes it worse is when it's so blatantly in your face all the time, all these years, and people still just tend to strive that way. And they look at us like we're the ones that are like brainwashed. It's like, wait a second, how much research did you do? How much do you know about your country's history or even its founding? And when you start marching into that, anybody that you talk to, I'd say about 80% of people, especially before Donald Trump, they were all thinking that Abraham Lincoln was a Democrat. What are you talking about? Democrat? Yeah, no. Our whole founding two parties were Whig and Democrat.
All right,
Democrat
so
was our
Matthew,
South.
I hate to do this. My bad. I don't have a whole bunch of time. So if you could just hit your point, my brother. Hit your point, my brother.
Sorry,
I'm listening.
you were kind of breaking up. Well, my point is that I'm really truly hoping, you know, through all this stuff, that people are actually waking up. And I've been watching you since you first started coming out, and I've seen you kind of change. Then you got kind of warded just a little bit, because you know, started manipulating your views and whatnot, and then you came back even stronger. So I just want to really commend you on getting the message out, and I'm still going to stay with you until everything gets a little better, I guess. But keep preaching, brother. You're really helping people understand things on both sides of the court, you know, and you allow everybody to speak and have their rights. So I just wanted to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to actually speak to you one-on-one, and
Well,
God's
Matthew,
will come through. It will come through. So
God's will always come through at the end of the day, and at least I believe so. Hebrews 11:1 wouldn't allow me to believe anything else but that. But I appreciate you standing up and saying what you had to say, and thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you, man.
you take it easy
All right.
there, young man.
All right, peace. All right, so Chris, you were here. What's up, brother?
Hey Van, how are you doing? I've been good to hear. Good to hear. I've been on your channel since you were doing music videos. I gotta say, really big fan of that. I kind of miss it. I ain't gonna lie. I miss it. I love watching folks be introduced to new music. That to me is one of the greatest things in the world because of the surprise. Now, what I'm seeing going on is our educational system failing us, because all Americans have forgotten that what is going on right now is exactly what our founding fathers warned us against. We are a constitutional republic. We're not a democrat. Your rights matter just as much as my rights. It's not a group think. It's not mass. It's not ruled by masses. It's supposed to be individual liberties, individual freedoms. And we see our rights and our freedoms being taken every day. And the problem is we keep voting for this.
Right.
Because we've got people that are sitting there telling us that, oh, we're on this side. Oh, we're on that side. And the only problem is it doesn't matter what side you're on. You're still part of the same damn bird. Pardon my French. You're still part of the same, but you're still part of the same bird. Everybody's sitting there thinking that we are not a Christian nation is an absolute fallacy. We were founded on the idea of religious freedom solely based off of Christianity. It wasn't Muslims coming here in the 1600s or the 1700s to form a colony. It was British Europeans with Christian values. Our values, whether you are atheist or anything in this country, are based off of moral Christian ideas. And to sit there and say otherwise is to lie to the people. And that's exactly what our leading class has been doing, is lying to us. The concept of bread and circuses is alive and well today. We sit and we idolize LeBron James. We idolize Brad Pitt. We idolize Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. It's no worse than what Moses was saying about a golden calf. It's the exact same thing. And we have allowed our quote unquote leadership, that they're not our leaders, they're our servants. But we've been calling them leaders for so long that we believed it. Just like the idea that we believe that this is a democracy, when no, it's not. It is a constitutional republic. Everybody is free. Everybody has equal rights to find life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we're allowing our quote unquote betters to tell us that our next door neighbor is better than us. It's just like everybody wants to talk about capitalism is the worst thing to ever happen to this country. Actually, anything that you add humans to is going to end up pretty messed up. Every ideology sounds beautiful when you put it on paper, but without capitalism, we won't advance. We won't, because nobody would be free under communism. Every time communism has been tried, millions of people have been killed. What we're doing right now, we're listening to people tell us from one side of the aisle, we've got to calm things down. We've got to calm things down. All the while calling their opposition Hitler. And then the minute somebody says something that about Kamala Harris, that she's a DEI hire, well, don't you think that's a little harsh? Calling somebody Adolf Hitler, a man who murdered 6 million Jews, and then using his epitaph on a daily basis to describe your political opponent, what do you think is going to happen? Half of this country is mad, and they've got a right to be.
Which half of this country has a right to be mad?
Both halves, in all honesty. The biggest thing is I can see both sides of the story. I can see both sides of the argument. Now, does the left have the right to be as upset as they are? Yes, they do. You know, that people experience bad things in their lives, and they're never going to be able to recover from it. You know, from a mental standpoint, you know, you carry everything that ever happened to you throughout your life, and that makes you or breaks you. And the biggest problem is the victim mentality. And that's what we are experiencing going on. Everybody realizes that, oh, hey, I've got a platform. Back in the day, we used to call that a soapbox. You know,
it's still a soapbox. It's still a soapbox.
You know, yeah. And the problem is, yeah, a lot of these people have very valid complaints. They are. Everybody has valid complaints, and I can't deny that. But what I can say is I'm Gen X. I just want to be left alone. I want the best person for the job. And unfortunately, what has been given to us to vote for hasn't been worth it since I've been alive. There hasn't been a single president that was worth the job. It really hasn't been. They've not denying that some of our presidents have done really great things. I am not denying that in any way, shape, or form. But every time we get a new president, we get new laws. The old laws don't come off. We just get new ones. And it's just a building cycle that we have built an agency and, as you stated, a corporation that it's not afraid of the people anymore. It just isn't. It's all about keeping the money and the power, and they don't care about the people. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. Our voices don't matter to them.
What's the biggest
in the
issue
long
today?
run?
What's the biggest issue today, you think?
The biggest issue today, I think, is the division that they have allowed the media to create.
They? They?
I believe that, well, honestly, the government. To sit there and say that any of these news agencies aren't members of the United States government, they're ran by they're controlled by the FAA, or not the FAA, the Federal Communications Boards. You can't say certain things without approval by the United States government. Now they also have.
You saying that's the biggest issue? You're saying that's the biggest issue today?
I'm thinking the division. We've got politicians that are sitting there, like I said. You call one side Hitler, you call another side a DEI hire. Now, whether you like either of them, is not really of concern at this point. It's looking at it from an outsider's perspective and looking at what they've got going on. Both of them are doing the exact same abhorrent talking points. And by doing that, they're stoking up resentment between individuals, when I can sit and talk with you in a barbershop anywhere and never have an issue. Yet they put it on media,
street,
right?
Wherever.
Exactly. Yet put us in the media.
Let me ask you this, Chris. What left stream media do you watch daily?
I try to tolerate CNN, but I try to tolerate MSNBC. I mean, I go on the news quite a bit.
Hold on, Chris. So, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. I'm just
no.
What left stream media do you watch? Not tolerate, but watch. Where do you get your news that gives you a better understanding of the people on the left, so that you can have your assessment of everyone?
MSNBC.
Okay, so you watch MSNBC on a weekly basis, daily basis, and do you watch them
daily
objectively,
basis.
or do you watch them objectively?
Yes.
All right. So when you watch them objectively, you actually get news from there that you share to other people, and you.
Unfortunately, I can't share it. My wife actually, I got married. And my wife is from Canada, so we ended up, after a little while, we retired and moved up to Canada. So I can't post any news on Facebook because that's not allowed.
All right. So, question: do you live near a large community of Black people?
Yeah, I've served with them in the Army too.
Okay. So you're still enthralled with Black people who lean left?
Yeah.
I am.
I've also got friends that are in the process of transitioning from female to male. I'm a very open.
I didn't ask that. I didn't ask that to quantify. I didn't ask that to quantify it. I was asking to see if you have firsthand understanding of their plight and their fears and their angers.
Well, the same plight and fears and angers that basically everybody has. And that's the biggest problem, is everybody wants to think that, oh, because I'm this or I'm that, you can't figure out what my problems are. Well, you want to pay a gas bill. You need insurance money on your car. You know, you got a speeding ticket because, you know, you were running late to work. That's the same problems everybody has. I sit there and look at cops like, oh, am I speeding? I better slow down. I better check myself. So to sit there and think that nobody suffers any kind of being looked at and thought less of, or whatever, that happens to everybody. That is something that literally happens to everybody.
So you think there's not, you're saying that at this point there aren't a marginalized group of individuals. You're saying that there aren't an oppressed group of individuals in this country.
I think everybody's oppressed in this country.
No, I'm talking about marginalized groups? You don't think that there is a such thing as a marginalized group nowadays?
The poor and the middle class.
Okay, the poor and the middle class. All right, cool. All right,
Yeah.
so thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you pulling up. And this was my man Chris. Clearly, he has a cool head on his shoulders. One thing I will say, Chris, is that one thing I do like to do on a daily basis, because I voted blue my entire life. You probably voted blue a lot your life as well. From what you just now said, you voted for Obama twice. Continue to try to understand both sides as much as possible. Only because I know of marginalized groups that actually keep themselves marginalized by believing that victimization and victimhood is where they should stay, and that there is a stronghold on them that they can't rid themselves of. And that's how they stay marginalized. That's how they stay oppressed, because they believe in that system that oppresses them. But
because it's a mindset.
It definitely is a mindset until it becomes something physical that shows you that, wow, this is actually a little bit more than just a mindset. So continue to look into both sides, brother, and continue to fight the good fight, man. Thank you so much for pulling up. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you much, man. You take care of yourself.
All right, peace. All right, guys. So my bad. I went live for way longer than I wanted to. I got somebody who pulled up that kept writing the word beta inside of the he kept writing the word beta inside of the
beta
inside of the chat. So I pulled him up. So what's up with you, brother?
Ain't no much, man. I'm here enjoying my day off, my little staycation. Shout out from Las Vegas.
Much love to Las Vegas. All right, so what's on your mind, big dog?
Well, you know, I've been watching you. I like to say shout out to you. You know, I like seeing brothers out here that could go ahead and speak the facts without being afraid. I'll tell you what, back in the day, I kind of felt bad for being a Trump voter. Yeah, I remember getting the Trump hat in 2020, and my friends was like, "Don't put that hat on. Don't put that hat on." But now I rock that hat all the time. I'm not wearing it right now, but I got my Let's Go Brandon right there. But now, you know, it feels good to kind of be on the right side of things, and I'm the type of brother that likes saying "I told you so," because I told a lot of these people back in the day that, hey, man, you better watch out what these Democrats are doing to you. Get off. I used to say, get off that MSNBC. That's what I used to call it, because we getting lied to.
All right. So I have a question for you, man. What do you say when people say, what about Project 2025? I'm sure you hear that.
I don't care nothing about no Project 2025, man. You know, I know that's all propaganda and stuff like that. It doesn't really affect me. From what I was hearing, actually, to be honest with you, let me stop real quick while I tell you about this. I like the family aspect of it. I like returning males to the prominent leaderships of their family. I don't have any problem with that. I think if we kind of get back to that, and to having God and as the head of our household, and then the men as kind of like the umbrella over the child and the woman, I think we gotta get back to that. And I think if we don't, we're gonna continue having problems that we have right now. That's me. I'm religious. I'm a Christian. I gotta admit that.
It sounds like you just got common sense too, because any household that got a strong man over the family is a stronger household. I don't care how you look at it. Like you look at success rates of people who are out there confident in their abilities, don't really care about the opposition, and are ready to take on anything, any fight head on. Those are people who were raised up to believe that they can do all things through Christ, which strengthens them. They are
exactly.
people,
you have to have a moral foundation. You know, what you gonna do without a moral foundation? You're just gonna be out there flailing in the air. You know, come on. We all got to get on the same page, and that's what our nation was built upon.
All right. So what do you think about Joy Reid saying that you are now on the wrong side of the culture, and you're going to look real crazy for voting for somebody like Trump against a black woman?
Joy Reid don't pay my bills.
Hey,
I got to pay my bills. Joy Reid ain't put no money in my pocket for that nonsense. I can't pay no rent with no twerking. You know what I mean? I can't. You know what I mean? Everything's so expensive these days. Look, we got to get practical on these things, on this stuff. You
so
know,
are
I
you saying?
mean, when I first moved out here, we were paying what, $800 for a house. Now, because we lease, we don't own, and now we're
Uh-huh.
paying $1,800, and that's within the last what? What, that was a 10-year span. And man, the last 4 years we paying double for everything. It's like the cost of food, fuel. It's
Oh yeah, that's
ridiculous.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right,
So I
so
don't care
one.
about what Joy Reid said, man. You know, a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real PC on here because this is your platform. But some of our people, they get on my nerves, man. Okay, I don't care. At this point in time, call me the Uncle Ruckus. Because I'm not dealing with some of these people who got this mindset of, oh, we got to go because she look like us. The woman ain't even black. I mean, come on, man. I'm so tired of it, man. I'm just so tired of some of our people, man. And I don't rock with the people like that. But I'll be honest with another thing. I'll be honest with. I have a lot of brothers around here that have the same feelings as me. We're trying to pay our bills. We're trying to go to work. We're trying to go ahead and serve God. We're trying to go ahead and be a honest partner to our wives or to our girlfriends. We ain't out here twerking. Well, of course the guys ain't twerking, but they ain't out here twerking. And the men, we ain't out here hoeing and try to pick up everything that walks on two legs. So it's that whole stereotype I don't like. I don't like how Kamala Harris gonna come out there and have that concert throwing all those negative stereotypes. That's not black culture, man. That's not black culture, man.
What
Black
is black
culture
culture
is
then?
black culture is working. We're gonna work, we're gonna take care of our families, we're gonna praise God. We gonna go up here and take care of our neighbors. You know, we're gonna carry our guns just in case if someone comes for us, and that's what we're gonna do. So
So what about hip hop culture? That's not black culture.
yeah, okay. You know, obviously, look at me. We about the same age. I'm 46 years old.
I'm
Hip hop
46.
was hip hop back in the 90s and
It
the
was.
80s. That was hip hop. Now I don't know what we're talking about. I don't even know what these brothers are saying. And you know, I'll try to listen to some of these brothers. I don't even know what these brothers are saying. So
That it's
that's not
it's
for me.
it's cool to mumble. It's cool to push people to commit crimes. It's cool to do that. And if we're not for that, then we're against our culture. Hopefully you
Like I
accept that.
said, listen. That's why my name is Eric, aka Paponea, aka Uncle Ruckus. That's fine. You call me whatever you want to call me, because I'm not dealing with none of that mumble rapping and none of that degenerate stuff.
Now, I would say this, brother. Thank you so much for pulling up. I appreciate it, Eric. AKA Papa Naya, aka Uncle Ruckus. But I tell people this all the time. I'm just a man, bro. I'm just a
Yeah, yeah.
man. And if anybody feel like they can check me for making the decisions that I make for myself and my family, I'm telling y'all to kiss my black ass, the whole entirety
Word
of it.
life.
Because
Yeah.
because like you said before, nobody makes sure that they say prayers over my family but me. Nobody go out there and work, hunt, and eat what they kill but me, for my family. So at the end of the day, if anybody's going to be making decisions for me and my family, it's going to be me, and I ain't got to explain anything to anybody. So
Yeah,
you want to
you're a real
call
man.
us Uncle Ruckus, you want to call us sellouts, you want to call us anything you want to call us, that's your business. That's your business. But you're not gonna be saying it to anybody. It's just gonna just I'm gonna eat it and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll
Right.
think about voting for the black one. Nah,
Hey,
that's not me, brother.
let me end off with this. You know, I
Go
get
ahead,
off
bro.
your phone waste. Like I was saying, the progression of this is kind of it's interesting. So in 2016, you know, you better not say that you're gonna vote Republican. 2020, you could say it, but you're gonna get made fun of, and you're gonna, you know, they're gonna get at you, but you could push back. 2024, man, I see a lot of brothers out here saying, "Look, I don't care." They saying exactly what you just said. You know,
Yeah,
look, I'm my
yeah,
own man. I'm gonna do what I
that's
want to
right.
do. So I'll tell you what. So what's gonna happen in 2000? What's the net one? 2030? What? 2020? What? Yeah, 2028. What do you think? What's gonna happen then? That's gonna be crazy. We're going to
Yeah,
have a
it's gonna
lot
be
of
nuts.
independent thinking black men, black women. And now we're going to have them actually fighting for our vote. Van?
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's
They're gonna be
going to be
fighting for it.
beautiful. I
They're gonna be
love it. I
fighting
love to
for
see
it.
what we're doing. And it's all because of brothers like you sitting up here pushing, letting people know, like me,
Bless you,
that
Doc.
it's okay to have the thoughts that that I'm having. So thank you so much, Van.
Oh
That's all I
man,
want to
we
say. I land my
together,
plane.
bro, and thank you, man, and bless you, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of your walk. You out there being healthy for his family. You see what he's doing, man. He is sacrificing his time to make sure that he can give his wife and children 10, 20 more years of him being there to protect and watch over his family. That's what we
Shout
do.
out.
That's what we.
Yes,
Much
sir.
love to you, brother, and you enjoy the rest of your
Love you,
day,
brother.
man.
Peace.
All right, love you back. Bye. All right, so check this out, man. Y'all are absolutely dope for participating. I really appreciate it. Let me call out all of my super chats because y'all have really been coming through. Jeremy Lawless says, my first LFR live stream. You're doing God's work. Be blessed, brother. My next super chat, I'll drop some truth. Now, you already dropped some truth, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Mafia Productions, don't forget, on top of taking our right to protect ourselves, she also wants to remove the police that protect us as well. Here's the thing. That right there, I don't even understand defunding the police. I'm trying to learn more about it, but the more that they speak on it, I'm listening. I'm telling you, I'm listening. And then I'm looking at wherever I can for news, any articles, any stories that somebody else has already drawn up. I'm trying to get as much information as possible because understanding the whole of the thing is the best way to take care of it and move forward. And also, guys, everybody who have reached out to me, email me with the word coach already so that I can help you with your YouTube channels. Or if you don't already have a YouTube channel, you're thinking about starting one, I'm going to reach out to you right after this live stream, okay? Because I'm setting up a webinar so that I not have to have so many one-on-one meetings. I've been having so many one-on-one meetings. It's been taking up a lot of my time. So I'm going to have a webinar where more people can join and we can discuss possibilities on YouTube. And if you want to work with me, cool. If you don't, cool. All right. But that's what I'll be doing. I'll be answering emails for coaching or partnerships or sponsorships after this live stream. So if you're a business and you want me to sponsor you want me to speak on your product or service and you want to sponsor this channel by or live streams, feel free to reach out to me about that in my email, which is in the descriptions below. All right. Thank you so much, Joy Reed. More unhinged every day. Cringe smile, crazy eyes. Blah blah blah. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, Mafia. Thank you, Lion of Judah. I appreciate you. How can they use identity politics when Kamala don't identify with none of y'all ninjas? Well, she claims she does. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Trey Carter. Are you on the line? Come on, bro. Really?
This election's about to be lit, like the kids say.
Somebody put a daggone. Hey, hold on one second.
About falling out of a coconut tree.
So Trey Carter just now put some pornography on the channel, bro. You are a bitch ass nigga. That's what you are. That's what you are. You, sir, Trey Carter, are a bitch ass nigga. Don't you ever pull up on my platform with that dumbness, man. Don't you ever do that. You don't know what it could be kids watching this. Anybody could be watching this. But your little gump ass want to go and do exactly what the Democrats do. They don't care that kids watch these platforms. Yo, sucker ass. Don't do no dumbness like that on my platform, man. Go to somebody else's platform with that. Please excuse my language, guys. But at the end of the day, somebody come and try to disrespect us like that. They are bitch ass niggas. I don't care if they white, black, Hispanic, Mexican, Vietnamese, Chinese. It don't matter. I stand by what I said. Don't come to my platform trying to disrespect me and the people who watch my platform. Suck ass, man. I don't like that at all, man. You don't know who could be watching this, bro. All right. My bad. I'm back. God, I'm sorry. God knows my heart, but I don't like that, man. That was trash. Trey Carter and anybody else with a heart like Trey Carter, you a sucker. You a sucker. And I stand by that. I stand on that. Punk ass. All right. Immature and disrespectful indeed. Thank y'all so much for the super chats. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. Anybody that's looking to be coached on YouTube so you can do your own live streams, get your voice out there. If you don't know how to edit, you don't know how to start, you don't know what softwares to use, you don't know if you need scripts or any of that stuff, reach out to me with the word coach and let's get it popping, okay? I'm going to give you as much information for free that I possibly can, but I'm also going to tell you about my group coaching and my VIP services that I provide. Those are not free, okay? But you don't have to join that to get information from me. Much love to you all, man. I think we had an amazing conversation. Sorry you had to see that side of me. I'm not no gangster. I ain't no tough guy, but I'm far from a bitch, and I need people to understand that. Okay? All right. All right, let me go and get myself together. Love y'all, man. Y'all stay on y'all pivot. Y'all watch yourselves. Y'all watch over yourselves, your family, your friends, your community, everybody. And if you see something being put out there, like what Joy Reid is saying, if you're not on the right side, then if you're on the wrong side of the people that's voting for Kamala Harris, then you are going to be forgotten about. You're going to be left all alone by yourself, and it's going to be so lonely and sad over there. Nobody's going to want to be your friend. Nobody's going to want to talk to you. They're just going to walk away from you. Well, guess what? I love my me time. I love being alone any damn way. So if voting for Trump mean that a whole lot of people will stop bugging me and stop wanting to always be around in my space just to grab a hold of something that they can use for themselves, just want to be maggots, then go ahead. You know what I mean? You know how it is, like when somebody owe you money. If somebody owe you some money, sometimes you're just paying them to get away from you. Because the Lord is saying, don't even beat them down about the money that you owe them. As a matter of fact, if anybody asks you to borrow some money, you loan it to them as if you won't get it back. Because if they don't give it back, listen, it costs me $50 to get you out of my life. Good riddance. Take care. Love you. You know what I mean? Love you like a play cousin, but keep it moving. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, people will rear their ugly head. People will be demonstrative. People will be negative. People will try to shun you or shut you down for your own personal decisions. But as long as you're operating with good intent, apologize to no one. If you're operating under good intent, apologize to no one. That's between you and the Lord. That's between you and God. Much love to y'all, man. I'm about to get on up out of here before I say something because that guy just pissed me the hell off. That right there, bro. If y'all saw, if it was Trey, I'm gonna see if his name pulls up in here. But instead of blocking him, I'm gonna need y'all to report Trey, like whoever the hell that was, bro. I gotta find this name, man. I gotta find this name, bro. I need to daggone have a way to see what people are about before they pull up, man, because that was some sucker stuff right there. Yeah. All right. I can't find a name. If y'all find a name, man, report that clown, bro. Report that clown. And Joy Reid, one thing I will say about Joy Reid, hear me out. Hear me out when I say this. I know y'all pick fun of her and y'all call her all types of names and y'all say that she got the Trump hair and everything. I actually think she's a beautiful young lady. I think she's a beautiful young lady. I just think she fully buys into what she's selling. She fully believes in what she's selling. And she believes that Black America have voted. We feel like this is how we're moving together as a unit. And if you're not moving the way Black America is moving, they're talking about the popularity. It's always about popularity. If you're not moving the way Black people are moving, then you're going to be on the unpopular side. And I don't have no issue with her saying that, to be honest with you. to me, that is immature. I don't think that an adult should give a damn about being on the right side of history. I think that an adult should do what's best for themselves, for their community, for their households. And if they are believers of God, then they should do what's right by God as well. And I'm going to be clear when I say this. There's one party that's moving us further, moving us toward God, toward a relationship with God. And there's another party that's moving us further away from God, day by day by day by day by day. And we act as if, Black people, I'm speaking to you, we act as if we're extremely spiritual and we want to do right by God, but we won't. We just refuse. We always want to do whatever is completely against them, completely against the God we serve, completely against the God that our grandparents served and our great grandparents served and our parents served and the one we claim to serve. And it's just BS, man. You want to talk about the real sellouts? 1000%. All right. Love y'all, man. I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Again, reach out to me with the word coach. You want some YouTube coaching? If you don't reach out to me. Don't reach out to me unless you're serious, man. As y'all saw, Van is a little bit of a knucklehead sometimes. All right. You said Trey Carter is the porn guy. Did y'all go ahead and report that guy yet? Damn dude posting porn on now. I got going to YouTube and cut that part out. Man, I'm pissed right now, bro. That's just gave me something extra to do. I'm not pissed. God is good. Let's move. All right. See y'all next time. Love you. Peace.